Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. My name is SITI IZZATI binti IBRAHIM. Matrix number 2019-208184 from BA to 446A. I am presenting Industrial Training Report presentation for the subject MGT 666. I prepared this video for my first and second advisor, which are Ms. Wan Zuhaila and Madam Nur Hafizah. I choose to complete my industrial training program at Pejabat Tanah and Jajahan Pasir Mas PTJPM. In this video, I will talk about the company's profile and my training reflection for 6 months being a trainee here, the important input, pastel and SWOT analysis, as well as the discussion and recommendation. Last but not least, conclusion from what I had here. Pejabat Tanah and Jajahan Pasir Mas was held on a 107.06 acre government land site in Lubuk Jom Mukim Apam, Gual Periuk District. It is placed on the side of the Pasir Mas Rantau Panjang Highway, 9 km from the old town and located next to Pasir Mas District Council building. PTJPM's vision is to be the leading land and colony office institution in providing high quality services in the era of technology and globalization. Their mission is managing and administering land and colony affairs to achieve balanced development and always provide sustainable and customer-friendly services, while their objective is to ensure that the administration and development of lands and colonies is done in a transparent, efficient and effective manner to achieve balanced development and sustainable and customer-friendly service delivery in line with the government's policy based on Islam as Adin with the motto Developing with Islam. PTJPM's real goal is to develop the colonies and the state and its inhabitants in line with the requirements enshrined in the Islamic religion. As we know, every land office offered a service and not product. The service provided are services about land management, colonial development and management services. In land management service, it divided into 3 counter, which are registration unit, revenue unit and land unit counter. My industrial training was started on 9 March 2022 and will be end on 12 August 2022. Pejabat Tanah and Jajahan Pasir Mas is operating 5 days in a week, Sunday to Wednesday at 8 AM to 5 PM and 8 AM to 3:30 PM on Thursday. On the day of self-report, I was placed in the Land Development and Disposal Unit. During this industrial training, my daily office administration work are such as maintaining general office files, preparing documents such as correspondence, land origin grant and pre-com plan relating to the land. The Land Acquisition and Disposal Unit is a unit whose role is to carry out matters such as application for change of condition and subdivision of boundaries, application to change land ownership and application for temporary license to occupy temporary land. Every business to be carried out by the customer use the form instrument that have been provided depending on the type of business to be done by the public. Among the forms that are commonly used when making a transaction in the Land Development and Disposal Unit are Land Return Application Form 12A/12B and Private Right of Way Application Form 28A. I found out that we did not receive any intrinsic gain since the organisation did not provide us benefits such as allowance or accommodation. However, there are extrinsic benefits from this internship, such as valuable experiences, skills and good knowledge. I had learned the opportunity to learn about workplace culture. In PTJPM, the workers can take a break on 10 to 10:30 in the morning. They also can go back early if they start to work early. For example, if they start to punch card at 7:30 AM, they can go back at 4:30 PM. We were exposed to real work early on. For example, the procedure for requesting a leave. Apart from that, we had professional contact such as dealing with superiors and colleges in a formal manner. Among the skills learned are the ability to work under pressure, teamwork, technical or machine skills, and multitasking or prioritizing. In PTJPM, we learn how to use photostat, laminate, and fax machine. We also learn about the process of creating various documents such as Land Return Application Form 12A/12B and application for submission and re-ownership. Next is pastel analysis. Pastel analysis is a is a tool used by marketers to analyze and monitor macro-environmental factors that affect an organization. The outcomes are used to identify the threats and vulnerabilities that were identified in the SWOT analysis. PESTEL is an acronym that stands for political, economic, social, technical, environmental, and legal. Under the political factor, the government's intervention were the announcement of the new policy or standard operating procedure (SOP). Because Malaysians must adapt to the new norm, the new SOP had a direct impact on the commercial activities on the industry, and at PTJPM is no exception. Furthermore, the government issued a movement control order during the pandemic MCO. At PTJPM, we have to ensure compliance with legal requirement and safe work procedure related to COVID-19. For example, workplace is registered with MySejahtera application. For economic factors, effect of the supply chain, which is unstable, and the economy in industry has a problem. During the pandemic coronavirus, which started in Malaysia, many countries closed their border to all people who wanted to cross. This is a problem that affects the economy because tourism and import-export sector is not run, which caused the income from this cross-border to decrease. Because of that, there are also many people did not have income and savings to support their living, and not to mention paying the revenue at land office. As Malaysian government implemented a new policy and standard, Movement Control Order MCO, which the government enacts to control cross-city traffic, has been the social factor in PESTEL framework. People cannot cross and have a limit to leave their homes. Aside from that, the government imposed a new rule such as wearing a face mask every time you leave the house or go out, scanning MySejahtera and not going to the crowded place. These new policies can cause people to be more environmentally conscious as well as more disciplined with new norm. Technology is so important nowadays because the world is moving so quickly. The development of technology allows the land office to have a website that makes it easier for customer to do business without having to go to the land office and the colony of their own area. Among the technological advancement introduced are e-search, which the function is ease of browsing the department's website. For e-payment, it is of paying taxes online. Environmental factors are also important external factors for any industry. PTJPM provides a Go Green corner on each floor of the building where the bins are divided into 3 parts, namely paper, glass and plastic. This effort can facilitate the affairs of users and workers to separate their waste in addition to educating them to better appreciate and love the environment. A variety of legal factors influence the public organisation sector. One of the lawsuits is based on the Personal Data Protection Act of 2010. This lawsuit was filed to ensure that all personal information about customers is kept private. Other than that, PTJPM, which is located at Pasir Mas, Kelantan, also used the Act Number 26 of 1938, Kelantan Land Enactment, which say only Kelantanese can buy and own land in the Kelantan colony. Now let's move to SWOT analysis. The SWOT analysis is a strategic planning method that aims to identify an organization's strength, weakness, opportunities and threats in relation to a decision, crisis or policy that will be implemented or has already been implemented. The first pillar of strength is an effective working relationship that focuses on good teamwork among colleagues. PTJPM will ensure that everyone participates in all of the company's activity and programs. They can have a better discussion this way, and any problem that arises can be resolved as soon as possible. The second strength, our approach to customer. At PTJPM, one of the most important attitudes to have is one that is customer oriented. When interacting with PTJPM counter staff, customers who come to them with land-related issue are greeted with a friendly attitude and smile, and they receive excellent service from these individuals. Next is weaknesses. Of course, every organisation has their own weaknesses, and in PTJPM here is labour shortage. The lack of available staff makes it difficult to meet the needs of existing clients while also expanding the organisation. Although it may make sense to the management team at the time, understaffing will have a negative impact in the long run. When a company does not have enough employees to meet its customers' demand, it misses out on potential growth opportunities. Aside from that, PTJPM's management is ineffective. These organizations have been discovered to be managed by public servants. They lack professional qualification as well as expertise in industrial organization management. There are managerial inefficiencies in PTJPM because the public sector lacks an appropriate management cadre. Bureaucrats are typically in charge of government organization. The management information system, fixed up responsibility, organizational hierarchy, and delegation of authority are all weaknesses in public organization, and PTJPM frequently experiences delayed decision making. Technological advance represent the opportunities for PTJPM. The government has developed an interactive web land administration portal for Land and Minerals Office as well as District and Land Office, and PTJPM organization use this technology to interact with one another in data and information sharing. This simplifies matter even further and save time for customers and land office management to manage the necessary affairs such as paying tax online and obtain documents and required information about the department. The second opportunity is the application of land-related law in Kelantan. According to Act number 26 of 1938, only Kelantanese can buy and own land in the Kelantan colony. In this act, it called Native of Kelantan. We can see this as an opportunity for Kelantan residents because their land is not encroached on by people who are not Kelantanese. The new law can protect the rights of Kelantanese who are permanent residents and own land in their home state. Last but not least, threats. The finding shows the public sector is facing an increasing risk of external cyber attacks as security measures fail to keep up the evolving cyber threats environment. While IT security threats from the general hacking community and foreign governments have increased, the ability to detect and remediate such threats has not increased at the same rate, leaving public sector organizations vulnerable. The second one is natural disaster. PTJPM, which is located at Complex Apam Putra, Bandar Baru Pasir Mas Lubuk Jong, has also been affected by the recent floods. The neighborhood in which PTJPM is located was severely flooded during the floods. The continuous heavy rain for the past 3 days had caused increased the water level in the area. At PTJPM, Department of Registration, Revenue and Land Development were flooded and affected customer files that had been stored in addition to other equipment there. This is the diagram of correlation between pastel analysis and SWOT analysis. Okay, the next part is recommendation and discussion. In the preceding SWOT analysis, we discovered that one of PTJPM's strength was its effective working relationship. To have a better relationship, I would advise everyone to treat everyone with respect, regardless of rank or position. Even if your opinions differ, everyone you work with deserves respect in the workplace, and the easiest thing to do next is saying thank you. Next strength discovered here is our approach to our customers. To maintain the best work momentum, I recommend that every employee maintain a positive attitude. Attitude is everything, and having a positive attitude will help you to provide excellent customer service. A positive attitude can transform a negative customer experience into positive customer experience. In order to compensate for the lack of workers, I believe that PTJPM should increase employee benefits. This presents an excellent opportunity to exercise some originality and come up with some creative perks that the company can provide for its employees, such as opportunities for professional training and development, opportunities to participate in company events, and even variety of other possibilities. Next, I am proposing that PTJPM engage in more activities to cover up the ineffective management. Listen to one another within the organization and ask questions. Open communication makes it simpler to proactively detect issues and build a mutually beneficial atmosphere. To avoid excessive government control in public enterprise, autonomous corporations were established. As a result, it is suggested that government control be limited to basic issues and key points rather than being diffused and dispersed across a broad area. To reinforce technological advancement in PTJPM, I suggest implementing a file management system by year to take advantage of technologically advanced opportunities. The system is designed to monitor and record the flow of files and documents so that user may determine whether a file is located at the lower, middle or upper levels. Additionally, the system can save time during file searches and decrease file loss. For the second opportunities, I would like to suggest to the company that they can make a suggestion to the government over the enactment Tanah Kelantan 1938 agreement. If anything were to happen to the corporation, there would be an organizational body that would protect the rights of the company. Cyber security threats are becoming more prevalent not only in Malaysia but around the world. PTJPM is not an exception. Employees are one of the most common ways for cyber criminals to gain access to your data. I recommended that this organization train its employees and expose them to the knowledge of cyber criminals. Ensure that all PTJPM's employees are aware of the best practices for protecting organization data. It is also critical to back up the data to avoid significant downtime, data loss, and financial loss if a disaster occurs. Last but not least, there are natural threats. It has been stated that the PTJPM building is located in an area where floodwaters frequently rise, as has recently occurred. I would like to recommend that the organisation obtain flood insurance. Insurance is required to cover any costs or damages incurred as a result of the flood. This could include repair costs as well as other expenses. In the event that a flood watch or warning is issued in the area, it is also critical for organization to have a response plan in place and to communicate that plan to employees. Please make sure PTJPM employees understand what to do before, during and after the flood. This crisis response flowchart can help PTJPM develop a plan and train their crisis team on how to respond if a flood watch or warning is issued. To be concluded, through industrial training, trainees can broaden their knowledge and experience in carrying out the duties assigned by the supervisor and other workers at PTJPM. Additionally, industrial training can produce trainees who can be counted on to fulfill their employee obligation and who are responsible for assigned tasks. By learning how to connect with other groups, students can improve their communication skills and become more mature when they are able to contribute ideas and comments while interacting with others. That's all from me. Thank you.